force has been monitoring for instances of TNR during the election. Unfortunately, the Site Task Force has seen continued transnational repression during the 45th general election, specifically in the riding of Don Valley North in the city of Toronto.
In December 2024, Hong Kong police announced they would provide monetary rewards for information that would lead to the arrest of 6 individuals living overseas.
We have been clear that this decision by Hong Kong to issue international bounties and cancel the passports of democracy activists and former Hong Kong lawmakers is deplorable. This attempt by Hong Kong authorities to conduct transnational repression abroad, including by issuing threats, intimidation, and coercion against Canadians or those in Canada, will not be tolerated. One of the 6 individuals targeted by Hong Kong is Joe Tay, Conservative Party candidate for Don Valley North and a known advocate for democracy and civil liberties in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Since the bounty and arrest warrant were placed on Mr. Tay, members of the Site Task Force have noticed a persistent information campaign on social media platforms where Chinese-speaking users in Canada are very active. Ces plateformes comprennent.
These include Facebook, WeChat, TikTok, RedNote, and Douyin, a sister app of TikTok for the Chinese market. During the writ period, the Site Task Force has observed 2 significant trends relating to this candidate.
The first trend is inauthentic and coordinated amplification of content related to the bounty and arrest warrant against Joe Tay, as well as content related to his competence for political office. This content includes a mock wanted poster featuring Mr. Tay, as well as disparaging headlines and comments. We've seen that multiple accounts or platforms published or interacted with content at similar times and dates, sometimes within minutes or even seconds of each other. Cela crée un volume accru.
This creates an increased volume of online material, making it more likely that users of these platforms are exposed to the amplified content.
Confirming attribution can often take significant time and analysis, as malign actors go to great lengths to hide traces of their role in foreign interference activities. At this time, intelligence reporting indicates that one of the Facebook accounts involved in this activity, Today Review, is historically connected to the PRC government authorities and pro-PRC entities in Hong Kong. This includes links to the Central Government Liaison Office in Hong Kong. The second trend is deliberate suppression of search terms or keyword filtering censoring Joe Tay's name in simplified and traditional Chinese on certain PRC-based social media platforms used by Canadians. Le groupe de travail
The Site Task Force is observing deliberate efforts to suppress any new content about Mr. Tay, and when people in Canada search his name, the search engine only returns information about the bounty and arrest warrant.
Envoie que des informations sur la prime et le mandat d'arrêt. While this campaign has been ongoing since the bounty was placed on Mr. Tay, we've seen that since the beginning of the election, the campaign has continued and been amplified. This observation, coupled with the concerning trend of deliberate search suppression on platforms frequented by Canadians, warrants our informing voters now. The transnational repression and its effect on the democratic process is not about a single act, but rather about the accumulated impact of many acts designed to discredit a candidate, silence criticism and dissent, and manipulate the information that informs voters. Nous avons informé le
We have briefed the cleared representative of the Conservative Party about this TNR operation on 2 occasions during the campaign, April 6th and again this past week on April 16th.
We have also engaged social media platforms to inform them of our findings and flag where this operation may violate their terms of service. As we explained last week, it is up to social media platforms to decide and discuss publicly if they wish what actions they take in response.
Through the Candidate Security Program, the Government of Canada has provided additional security services to candidates who felt threatened but didn't meet the threshold for police services protection.
De la police. At this time, the panel has determined that this operation is not affecting Canada's ability to have a free and fair election, including in this riding. Cependant, à la demande.
However, at the panel's direction, we're taking this opportunity to inform media and the public so they're aware of this type of activity and can make informed decisions using trusted sources ahead of Election Day.
By discussing it openly, reassuring Canadians that their vote is secure, and providing information on how to report TNR, we can mitigate the impacts. Nous voulons aussi que les électeurs.
We also want voters to be aware of the harms this type of unacceptable behavior causes, both to the victims and the community.
At the individual level, there is a profound psychological impact on victims who experience TNR. They might experience fear, anxiety, and stress due to continuous surveillance and harassment they face.
In fact, just knowing that a foreign government can monitor their activities or harm their families can lead victims of TNR to self-censor or withdraw from public life.
Se retirer de la vie publique. At the community level, TNR creates mistrust and division. Targeted communities may become fragmented as individuals fear infiltration by foreign agents or retaliation for associating with activists. No Canadian should feel afraid to vote. That's why we're here to reassure you. Your vote is secret. The Elections Canada voting process is anonymous and no one will know who you vote for. Your vote is secure. Voting ballots are put into the ballot box where they are mixed with other ballots so they cannot be attributed to a specific person. Il est illégal de briser.
It's illegal to break the secrecy of the vote or to threaten someone to get them to vote in a certain way.
Anyone who is receiving direct threats to their security or respecting their voting intentions, please know that there are supports in place to help you.
As soon as it's safe, write down details about the situation, such as the person, location, and the event. We strongly encourage you to report any incidents to local police in your area.
You can also contact the RCMP National Security Information Network to report non-immediate threats. You can find out about the safeguards in place on Elections Canada's website and in the background material we have circulated today. Le groupe d'experts continuera.
The panel will continue to meet to be briefed by the site task force until after the election, and if there is anything significant to report between now and Election Day, we will hold an additional tech briefing to update Canadians.
To maintain our commitment to transparency and to build resiliency, we will produce a report after the election which will summarize site observations, the threat landscape during the RIP period, as well as panel discussions on those matters. We will issue this report publicly once it is available. Over
the past few weeks, we've shared information about the different tactics that threat actors are using.
We have discussed topics such as transnational repression, provided examples of coordinated, inauthentic online activity, and online threats like scams, phishing, and mis- and disinformation. But we want to reiterate an important point. These activities are happening on a small scale. They have not reached the tipping point of threatening the integrity of our election, either at the national or the riding level. Notre système est sûr.
Our system is secure, and we have robust measures in place to protect candidates, infrastructure, and voters.
Have not succeeded. The strength of Canadian society is the ability for all of its citizens to be able to freely and safely participate in our democratic process. When Canadians head to the polls to exercise their fundamental democratic right, they can do so with full confidence in the integrity and security of our system. I want to reiterate again to all Canadians, your vote is secret. Your vote is secure. And your vote matters in this free and fair election. It matters to the future of our country. À tous les Canadiens, je tiens à rappeler ceci.
I want to reiterate again to all Canadians, your vote is secret, your vote is secure, and your vote matters in this free and fair election. It matters to the future of our country. Thank you.